The conscious and the subconscious mind really plays a very important role in your life. The more you feed your conscious mind with positivity, the subconscious mind unifies and creates a world for you. Welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. You may not have understood the gist of the whole introduction, but I think it's going to become much clearer as I unfurl this particular book before you. This is not a new book. The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. You must have read this book also. You must have had access to the audiobooks, to the hard copies, because it is one of the best moving books in your nearby bookstalls. It is available online, and you can even access it from your own mobile phones or tabs or whatever electronic gadget you're using. And many of you really want to begin reading, so this book is written in the simplest available words with a lot of wealth. I call it wealth because there are a lot of things that the author is trying to convey about the world and the universe. So, are you ready to discover some of the guidelines? Okay, so I'm just going to give you the briefing, or you can say just the cream of the whole book, because first of all, what I loved about the book is it's written in simple sentences. It's too simple, the language is really simple, and you can finish it within 3 days as well. But sometimes you may feel that some of the points are repeated. I too thought the same way. I thought the points are repeated, but actually it's not like that. There is another way of putting the same point with more wealth. I call it wealth because the author is trying to reveal and disclose a lot of things through the book. So you may feel that some of the points are repeated, but there are a lot of things that he's trying to convey through his practice, through his own life, and through the misconceptions that people always have regarding wealth, regarding belief system, regarding religion, and how they get entangled between belief, faith, religion, how they miss the ideal sense of each and every idea, things like that. So many things are revealed, and when you read the title of the book, you may think that this is something connected with psychoanalysis and psychology, and maybe it is not going to help you. No, this is something that happens with everyone. See, in short, what I want to tell you is when you feed your conscious mind with positivity, with hope, with faith, with lot of I won't call it good things, but when you feed your conscious mind with the reality ground, and all that you want to achieve in life, it gets embedded deep in the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is really powerful. Okay, we do a lot of things. We carry out our daily activities with the help of what we see, what we perceive, and it's part of your conscious mind. You're awake and you feel that you're all conscious, but there are a lot of things that you feed into your brain, into your mind, through the conscious mind. It deeply goes down into the subconscious mind, and it just acts. Okay, and people feel that it's magical, or some people feel it's nonsense also. Actually, it happens. When I'll just give you a simple example. When you tell yourself that I am going to pass an examination, you shouldn't simply tell it using some of the words and some of the language abilities that you have got, but when you really mean, and when you feel the words, and when you really see the end result of passing the examination, and when you tell it to yourself that I am going to pass this examination with flying colors, your conscious mind absorbs it, and it goes down deep into the subconscious mind. And it just brings out the creativity, it brings out all the powers around you, and finally you will end up passing the examination. So the author says that it happens, you can apply this particular principle or formula, whatever you want to call it, in your everyday life, in case of diseases, in case of daily activities, or whatever, whatever you're dreaming, whatever you're aspiring for. Okay, and there is an important section that deals with wealth also. He says that you need to always be happy about another person growing rich, and many of us are not very happy with other people growing rich, because he has given a kind of formula there. It's a kind of chain cycle. When you feel good about the wealth that is flowing in another person's hands, it is like it gets redirected. it gets directed to you. But when you say, oh, this person has acquired so much of wealth because of so and so reasons, and he's a fake person, that wealth may not get directed to you. This is a kind of simple principle given in this book, and I really found it fascinating and really interesting. Okay, you can see the lights on behind because it's really getting dark. Okay, so anyway, that's the kind of formula, that's the kind of chain reaction that happens in this universe. Some people call it magical, some people call it mantra, but it's all what you feed your conscious mind with, and all the creativity, all the power. When I say power, it's not just magical power, but your subconscious mind acts in such a way, it drives you in such a way that you reach the objective. Like in the case of examination, your subconscious mind will start working from that particular moment. It's so deep, and you may feel that it's always sleeping. No, in such a way that you pass the examination. So it's more of willpower, discretion, and the kind of aspiration and determination that you have. Now, I cannot cover the whole book through this video. I'm really sorry because there are a lot of points in it. So, what I want to tell you is when it comes to language learning, um, there are people who just tell themselves, I cannot do it. I've been trying it and I'm not able to do it because of so and so reasons. There'll be a lot of practical reasons why you're not able to develop your language skills. But if you're going to feed your conscious mind with all the negativity or with all the things that you have been doing, and some of the things that didn't work out for you, then you should always remember that your subconscious mind is going to say, yes, sir, to the captain. That is the conscious mind, and you won't achieve your target, your goal, and finally your objectives. Okay? Target, goal, objectives, aim, everything is different, but still you will not reach that particular point. So make sure that you feel the words and you see the end result, which is really important. You need to see the end result of everything. Imagine, like if it's winning a competition, also imagine you holding the trophy and everybody appreciating you and applauding you. So you may feel that it's just pure imagination, and that it's going to be just a daydreaming process that you are undergoing. It's not just daydreaming. You imagine, visualize, and you feel with the end result that you want to achieve. And that's how it works. Okay, so regarding wealth, regarding one more thing that I want to mention is towards the end of every chapter, if you have already read the book, the author has beautifully encapsulated the whole chapter. All the main points are given towards the end of the chapter. This is also one of the reasons I don't want to really read out the main points and spoil the essence of the book, because you may just want to skim through the chapters and look at the main points, write it down. There are a lot of motivational sentences that you find through the book. And if you're practicing on reading, if you're practicing on motivation, if you're practicing on language learning or any skill, I think this is the first book that you need to choose. And when you read it, it's going to be different. When I read it, it's going to be different. Of course, it's the same book, but there'll be a lot of learnings. See, with your experience, with your exposure, you will get a lot of highlights from the book. With my experience and with my exposure, I'll get a lot of highlights, and I take off from there. Okay, you take off from a terminal and then you start evolving yourself. So I hope that you are okay with this video, and you will really get access to the audiobooks or the free resources available on this particular book. As I told you in the beginning of the video, it's not a new book. You may not feel that there are new points here, but still, if you haven't read the book, I think you need to really read the book. It's too simple, but it really discloses and uncovers a lot of things about the universe, about the world, and your life will really become better. It helped me too. Bye bye, take care.